Those days, I woke up and for the first time, Toby not feeling well. And I said, no, you can't go anywhere. But I already have a schedule to speak at the event in Enugu this morning. In Oka, as I've come to Owerri. I told them I'll go and I'll start tomorrow. So I'm happy that I achieved all of them. At least I'm here tonight. Thank you, El-Rufai. We welcome you specially to Imo State. It's a very critical state in Igbo land. And I thank all of you for coming out to welcome him, to listen to him speak, and everything. All I will say is that say thank you for coming out, and thank you for visiting us. Everything he told you is critical. Told you what to do to participate in the election. Go out and become a vanguard of all these people to go and register. Don't say, oh, well, we are not part of it, we are not part of it.
Because the governance of our country today is democratic. We elect our leaders. We don't select them. We don't appoint them. So voting is important. Registering to vote is a civic duty. It's not a political imperative. It is a civic duty which, as a citizen, you must take advantage of. Looking at the numbers of the continuous voter registration in Nigeria in the last 2 weeks, the Southeast, including Imo State, of course, are lagging behind the rest of Nigeria. I want to appeal to you, our mothers, our sisters, our daughters that are in this room, to please take this up and get our children that are 16 years and above, who will be 18 years in 2 years and ready to vote. Please go out and register to vote. It is very, very important.
Let me use this opportunity to specifically speak to some obedience and other P2B supporters, indicating that Mr. P2B should not be associating himself with Malam El-Rufai. They believe that he didn't govern Kaduna well, and then because of his previous stances on issues of religion and issues of Igbos and issues, his personal views and where he stood on a lot of matters. Now, let me be frank. Personally, also, Malam El-Rufai will be the last person I would love to be P2B's political associate. He will be the last person I will ever imagine. I would like you to remember that this same Malam El-Rufai, there was nothing he didn't say about Peter Obi before now. In fact, he was the highest critic of Mr. Peter Obi. There was nothing he did not accuse him of. He said that Obi sent him away from Anambra when he came to observe election. So that was El-Rufai before now. But we must understand that Mr. P2B must play politics. There is politics for you to be able to win election. Let me give you an example. The current vice president of the United States of America was the highest critic of Donald Trump, J.D. Vance. He criticized Donald Trump so much, but guess what? Even Trump is now even rooting for him to replace him. That is politics. That is why they say that in politics, that you don't have permanent enemy, you don't have permanent friend, but you have permanent interest. So if Malam El-Rufai will be part of what will help Mr. P2B to win election, then so be it. So we need to understand that Mr. P2B is a politician and he needs to play politics to win election. So that is one thing that I would like us to understand. I know so many of us, our emotions are running high and all of that. I get that message. Like I said, even myself, Nasiru El-Rufai will be one person that if I have my way, I won't even want him to near Peter Obi. But the truth is, if working with Nasiru El-Rufai will deliver Peter Obi in Aso Rock, then I'm in for it. Because it is politics. That is number one point. Number two, we also must understand that Mr. Peter Obi has to win election first before we begin to talk about new Nigeria. So there is politicking first. The election has to be won. Okay? So, and in winning the election, you have to look at all the possibilities. So he has to win first. He needs to be in Aso Rock before he begin to say he's fighting corruption or he's doing anything. So we need to understand that. So he needs to win first. Number three, we have to also understand that Mr. P2B needs all the votes. Votes don't ask who voted it. Or let me explain. Any vote in the ballot, it does not say this vote is from Malam El-Rufai or Malam El-Rufai followers. Therefore, remove it. No. As far as the person or the persons are Nigerians and they vote, those votes, if they voted for Mr. P2B, will be counted for him. So you are looking at Nigerians that have electoral values. So, and that is what matters in election. You look at those who have electoral value. You may not like the person's politics. You may not even like the person's policy sometimes. But if you notice that this person will be instrumental to your winning, then you bring them in. I will still go back to the US. The people who are working with Donald Trump today, they were people who they normally they wouldn't even work together at all. People like Kennedy, people like Tulsi Gabbard and his president. These are people that their paths couldn't have crossed, but now they are all working together. So we have to understand that P2B needs all the vote. And like I said, votes don't say who voted them. Once somebody has electoral value and the person is a Nigerian, is a Nigerian and the person has electoral value, and the person will help P2B to be in Aso Rock. When P2B gets to Aso Rock, he will now be commander-in-chief. He will now govern. He will now be in charge and do the way that we expect him to do. But right now, his focus is on getting to Aso Rock first. You have to get there before you begin to look at governance. So I needed to say that. Of course, APC also came to disgrace themselves. Some people that we all know, they were paid. They came around the venue you can see them doing nonsense. No person in Imo State normally will come and oppose Peter Obi. So we all know where they are coming from. We all know they are paid. So I just say, let me show you that side of what was also going on in Owerri. They said they are protesting that Peter Obi and El-Rufai were in Owerri. But like I said, those ones are just by the way. So let's pray, let's believe. Let us allow Peter Obi to play the politics. Let us support him by the grace of God. Let us believe that God will help us in 2027 so that victory will be ours. Thank you and God bless you.